Okay, let me tell you about the bizarre day, July 27th, 2022, when I got baptized at Churchome run at the Saban Theater in Beverly Hills or Los Angeles. The reason I say it was bizarre is because of the trail of events that led up to the baptism. So I was before the 27th in San Jose waiting for an investment that I had put money in to close. And I was there with the person who claimed that they're the founder of this company. And I was waiting for all of my money to come out of the investment. And I go into that in a different video if you're interested. So while I was waiting for this money before the 27th of July, I had this intuition like, maybe it's time. I feel like I should do a baptism. I got brought up in a Christian community and it felt like it would be an iconic thing for me. Now I've got different views on all of this now, but this at the time felt like it was pertinent, like it's time, you know? And so I was in contact with someone over email with at Churchome saying, "Hey, I'd love to do a baptism. Do you guys still do them down in Los Angeles?" And who I was in contact with we had a video call and whatnot leading up to the 27th. Now, we'll say like 3 days before the 27th, I didn't even have a flight booked, and the person that was dealing with this company I had invested with, they had not lined anything up to go to Los Angeles yet. But this knowing in my mind existed. Like this was when it was quite powerful in my life, when I can attest to having had this knowing really strong. I thought, well, I know gonna be in Los Angeles on the 27th. I just know it. And so while in San Jose, I was thinking this, well, the 25th or so, maybe it was the 26th, this business partner said, "Hey, do you want to go to Los Angeles with me? I'm leasing a car down there and I got to pick it up by Oceanside." Which ironically, Oceanside is where I was initially supposed to meet the person that I talk about in the $112 million investment gone wrong that you can see. I think it's video number 2. So that was quite funny how the location matched. So back to San Jose, this person says, "You want to go to Los Angeles?" And I was, internally thinking, there it is, right? Like, obviously, I felt that this was going to happen. But on top of it, I had no money. Like, I had all of my money taken out on credit, full credit maxing into this company because I believed in it so much. And so I didn't have the capital to be able to get a ticket. However, the way that things worked out, the ticket that I was supposed to fly back on to get to Vancouver from San Jose, I had canceled weeks earlier. And so I had credit with Delta to be able to book. So I used that credit to be able to book a ticket down to Los Angeles. So now we're on July 27th. I go to the airport in San Jose and I'm able to board the flight to Los Angeles. Myself and Renan, we had different flights, and so we went separate ways. So I get on the flight, and I'm excited because I have my baptism booked for that night, which is just quite a fun experience to think about. I'm like, wow, it's actually working out. I felt like I was going to be going down to Los Angeles, and now it is actually happening. Now this is where things got interesting. So I touched down in Los Angeles and I throw on some music in my ears. What I had was the soundtrack from Rock of Ages, the song Just Like Living in Paradise. You got to listen to it if you're not familiar with that song. And I'm just thinking like, oh man, I'm back in Los Angeles finally. I had not been back to Los Angeles since pre-COVID. Like the last time, guys, that I was there was when me and my cousin were going back to Canada in order to flee because of this whole pandemic thing. So when I touched down on July 27th, 2022, I'm just feeling a euphoria, a high, along with the mania that I was not aware was happening in my mind at that time due to delusional thinking. I get into that in another video. So I'm listening to this song, just like living in paradise. This must be just like living in paradise. Such a good song. Now, the next thing I see is my mom is calling me on my phone. I'm like, that's strange. Pick it up. And the tone in her voice is not necessarily upbeat. So I say, Mom, how's it going? I just touched down in LAX. I'm getting baptized tonight. I'm excited. And she's like, oh, that's great, son. I've got bad news. It's your cat, Vader. I don't know what happened, but he's not alive. And it was kind of a shaking moment, but at the same time, in a supernatural way, it felt like a sign to me. Okay? My mom says, I think maybe the heat got to him, or he could have eaten a bug. Your cat Vader, he's just laying down on the ground sideways, kind of like the breath was sucked out of him in the garage. Now, what I thought to myself was, what are the chances that the exact day that I am deciding to physically embody a sign of transformation, of being able to live for a supernatural higher power, there is a change, a death in an animal that's close to me? Now, you can do all your searching on spiritual signs and how animals connect in different ways or are signals and signs for us. For myself, this was a metamorphosis sign. The old is passing away and the new is coming. It was very unfortunate that my cat passed away, but to me it made it even more significant. Very significant. And in an interesting way allowed me to realize, well, there's something pertinent about the energy that I'm carrying and about my existence day in and day out. I mean, a cat dying on a significant day for me isn't, a death is not something new on a significant day. I mean, my grandmother passed away on my 17th birthday. So it was sort of like, all right, I've been at this rodeo before. So it was unfortunate to get that phone call. But at the same time, now it becomes a story that's even more powerful. It's not just random, the cat died on a random day. No, he died on the day that I was able to get baptized. So then, after this phone call, Renan picked me up in the car that he was able to lease, and we went to the Saban Theater. We didn't even make it for the service. The speaker there is Judah Smith. Love the words that he speaks. I remember that I got dropped off and Renan didn't want to come in or had something else that he needed to attend to. And so I go into the Saban Theater and I meet my friend who I knew from my earlier days in 2016 at the leadership experience. And I was like, hey, is there anybody else that is getting baptized? They're like, no, we got the hot tub filled up, but you're the only one, which is very interesting because usually we have at least 2 or 3 or 4, and they're usually people that decide to get baptized on the spot that are here already. But you're the only one today. And on top of it, you had organized in advance with us. So we're really excited for it. So then the service ended in the Saban Theater. Everybody came out and we got in the hot tub. I grab a microphone with Addison, who's doing the baptism. He's like, you want to say anything? And guys, it felt like Eminem. I was like, I just want to say, my cat died this morning. And I don't really remember more of what I said there, but I felt significant. The idea that my animal passing on a transformational day, symbolically, was very important to me. So we did this baptism. I went underwater, came back out, and then after that, went and Renan and I slept in the car that night, actually. Instead of just driving all the way back up to San Jose, we went up into Beverly Hills and were scanning the valley, which was quite a magical, beautiful night itself. Yeah. So that's the story for today. Yeah, July 27th. What an iconic day. Now, this year, it'll be our finalization of the 90-day goal. Well, I just want to encourage you to continue living according to your purpose. Continue believing that you've got something special that exists in every moment that you commit your energy and time to. People are gifted to be able to speak with you, to share life with you, all of that good stuff. I kind of sound like Judah Smith now. All right, guys. This is Epic World. Peace out.